Hi there, this is my reflective dialogue for my ELNG class. Within my classroom, I hope to support linguistic diversity by first getting to know my students and to build an inclusive and safe space for my students to explore. Ways that I will get to know my students is by allowing individual and one on one time to ensure all students are getting the support needed in order to succeed. As stated earlier in a class discussion, and as well on asynchronous learning, we watched a video where one teacher mentioned the use of terms used at home in each student's individual home is very beneficial to help the ESL students feel more comfortable when learning a second language. As well, in the article read last week, the Anderson and Anderson 2018, it presented a project called the PALS program for immigrant and refugee families. This project consisted of 500 immigrant families who would learn English along with their children within the school. This helped the terms and practices stay consistent between school and home and is without taking the culture out of learning English. I feel this study may be an excellent way to help many of the students feel comfortable coming into the school and learning a new language if their family at home is also on the same page and learning at the same time. Doing this will allow me to be able to address and meet diverse needs in all of my students. To help meet all diverse needs, what first needs to be looked at are the materials that I use in my classroom. Are all the teaching materials that I use in my classroom anti-biased? Whenever possible, I hope to incorporate books from authors of color and from a variety of different countries around the world. Along with creating a safe space, I want to create a space where students and educators feel safe to talk about issues such as discriminations with themselves, their classmates, or loved ones around them. Ways to help incorporate this idea is to shut down any discrimination that happens when I hear it. Addressing this issue right off the bat helps to ensure a stop. When teaching younger children, you will often get the questions of why after the situation. Educating your young students on all forms of discrimination right away will ensure the best outcome for future when they see discrimination. They will feel more comfortable to speak out. One of the best ways I will be able to support mother tongues in my classroom is by having students read aloud to the class. I will allow students to bring in and share a book in their mother tongue language and then translate it to the class in English prior or after. It's up to them. This will be a great way for the other students to learn another language who may have English as a first language and have never learned a second language before. This will also have another look into another culture and learn new traditions of their fellow classmates. This will help all students feel more comfortable knowing that they're all kind of on the same page and know where the other person is coming from. When supporting Indigenous languages, I will look towards bringing in a diverse group of Indigenous elders who work in multiple different languages within the Indigenous community. This will allow the use of many different Indigenous languages that my students will be able to learn and use within my own classroom setting. Following having the elders in the classroom, I will continue to use the practices taught by them in my classroom and everyday lessons, and as well in our morning routines. Incorporating Indigenous languages in our everyday morning routines will allow consistency with the students and will allow them to be more confident when using it along with the future after they move on from my classroom. Lastly, when working to develop my intercultural communication and language awareness, the first thing I will start with is my own views. By educating myself on social issues and assumptions, I'll be able to address them in my own classroom. In society, we all create assumptions based off of the way people look and the way people act. As well, we also create assumptions on the cultures, even as before assuming or knowing the other culture. That is the one way I will start, and then from that, I will move on to creating better language awareness within my classroom. Thank you.